Myself, Pushpender Kumar, Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department, IMT Engineering College, Greater Noida. Welcomes you all once again. Today, I am going to take our first lectures of data structure, and data structure is one of the most important subjects in the computer science, and we can say it is the core subject of computer science. And my dear students, if you have any link or any seniors in your contact with your seniors or any relatives who have completed his BTech and doing the jobs, you can consult with him also that how much is the importance of these subjects. Means it is the only subject. If you command on these subjects, then you will get a job. You will definitely placed in a MNCs. It's a guarantee. If you seriously studied, if you seriously done all the practicals, all the concepts that we have studied in this subject, if you all implemented yourselves, then you will get a good knowledge of data structures. And most of the interviews of computer science always start with the data structures. Means without data structure there will be no interview for in any MNCs for a jobs of software industries and in any other industries. So this is the main importance that I want to say. What is the importance of the subjects? So be very careful in these semesters regarding these subjects. Now we will talk about the syllabus of this data structures that we have to study during the semesters. The syllabus is provided by the universities, and as we know that today's the outcome-based education is necessary. So at the end of the course, we will have the following outcomes that student will understand. For that, the students will be able to perform. Means these are the 5 course outcomes of data structures. Means the course outcomes means, as you know that our institute is an NBA accredited for computer science branch. So these outcomes means after studying of a particular subjects, what we can expect from the students, how knowledge he can have. So these are the 5 objectives of our syllabus that we have studied in this semesters. Means first course objective is describe how arrays, linked lists, stacks, queues, trees and graphs are represented in memory used by the algorithms and their common application. These are our first course outcomes. And if we talk about the Bloom's knowledge level, so this belongs to the Bloom's knowledge level K1 and K2. Actually, before discussing this, I want to discuss about the syllabus first. This is our detailed syllabus. Introductions, basic terminology, elementary data organization, built-in data types in C, algorithms, efficiency of an algorithms. Here it is very important topics, efficiency of an algorithms, that we have to discuss in later lectures. Time and space complexity, we will discuss what is a time complexity, what is a space complexity, how we can measure it. We also do some practicals on that. Asymptotic notations, big O, big theta, big omegas, and abstract data types. Next, second topic is arrays. As we know that we have different types of data structures, so array is one of them. In array, we have to study the definition, single and multi-dimensional array representation of array, how we can represent array into memory, row measure order and column measure order. There are 2 orders. Derivation of index formula for 1D, 2D, 3D or ND. How we can find, if we want to find out the address of any element stored in a 2D array or 3D array or ND array, so how we can find out the logical address of that array. Next topic is the linked list. Linked list, another, it is a very important topics. Linked list, array implementation and pointer implementation of single linked list. Doubly linked list means we will discuss in the types of linked list. When we talk about the type of linked list, so there are few types of linked list: single linked list, doubly, circular doubly. These are the different types of linked list. Insertion, various operations that we can perform on the linked list. and some of the practical aspects, polynomial representation and addition, how we can represent a polynomial using a linked list, we will discuss in it, and how we can do some operations, mathematical operations like additions and subtraction and multiplication of single variable to variables polynomials. Next, all this we will discuss in the unit first. Then we move to on the unit second, stacks. It is another very important topics for the exam point of view also. In a KTU examination, university final examinations, you will always find out the questions from these topics. Next is queue. These are the, in stacks we will discuss various terminologies, how we can represent an stack in memory, how we can perform the operations, vary operations, push pop operations, like these. These are the some how we can use the array, the use of array or the applications of array of the stacks, principle of just like a iterations, recursions, and evaluations of any expressions or conversion of prefix to postfix, like that. These are some applications of stack. We will discuss it, and these are very interesting and very important topics. Tail recursion, removal of recursions, all these we will discuss on. Then we will discuss on some binary search, Fibonacci numbers, some practical points of view. Next topic is queue, operation on queue. What is a queue? We will discuss different types of queue and what are the operations that we can implement through the queue and how we can implement a queue in the C. As we know, students, that we have also have the labs of this subject, practical labs. So we will perform all these concepts we will implement in the labs also. Next, third unit. In third unit, we will discuss about the searching and sorting techniques. We have various searching and sorting techniques. In fourth unit, we will discuss about the graphs. What is a graph? What is a spanning tree? Depth? What are the different applications? And in final, the fifth unit is tree. In this, we will discuss what is a tree, what is a binary tree, what are different types of binary trees, just like a BST, strictly binary tree, complete binary tree, threaded binary tree, all we will discuss it. And how we can traverse a tree. Means, and there are different algorithms in order, pre-order and post-order. And also we will discuss in the B tree and ABL tree. There are various operations on ABL tree. So these are all about the syllabus. All the syllabus have been divided into 5 units, and we will discuss according to the unit wise. Now these are the some textbooks that we can refer. I will provide you all the notes and each and everything, but you can also refer to any of the books. Tenenbaum is also a very good book. Lipschitz also data structures, that is also a very good book. You can refer any one of them. So this is all about of the syllabus. Now we will come back to our the course outcomes. So now, as we will study the topic wise or unit wise, we can say we can find out. We will, when we study about what is a data structure, what are different types of data structures. So we will look about when we study about the array, linked list, stack, queue, trees. Then what are these? How we can represent in memory? All these things. So this comes under the CO1, and this belongs to the knowledge level of Bloom's taxonomy knowledge level of Kim Root. And now it is another one new things. What is the Bloom's knowledge and this? For that, these are the 6 levels of Bloom's taxonomy. First one is remember, understanding, apply, analyze, evaluate, create. These are the 6 levels. At the initial level, remembering, we have such type of things, recalls facts and basic concepts. We call only understand what are the concepts, we will memorize it, and we will duplicate it or state it or define it. We are able to do this. Next level is understanding level, understand level. Next one is understand level. Understand level, explain ideas or concepts. Means when we have studied about the basic knowledge about the basic concept, now we are able to explain our ideas or concepts. Means we will use the following terms: classify, describe, discuss, explain, identify, recognize, or report, like this. Next level is apply level. use information in new situations. Whenever we have studied, we have remembered, we have understand. Now we have to apply whatever the concept we have studied till now. For example, we have studied about the stack. We have remembered it, what is a stack, how different types of operation we can perform. We also understand it. Now we have to apply these stack concepts in any new situations. Like that, execute, implement, solve. These are some terms that we can use at apply levels. Next, higher level is analyze, draw connections among ideas. This is another level of knowledge. Here we will differentiate, organize, compare things, and how we can use efficiently. Next level is evaluate, justify a stand or decisions. At this level, we will use the basic terms select, support, critic, weigh, judge, and evaluate levels. And final is the sixth level is create level, produce new or original work. We have understand, we have remembered, we have understand, we have applied, we have analyzed, and we have evaluated. Now we have to create new original works. So these are the Bloom's taxonomy. So these are our 5 COs. CO1 is belongs to K1 and K2, means remember and understand level. Next CO is discuss the computational efficiency of the sorting and searching algorithms. Here we have to find out the computational efficiency of sorting and searching algorithms. And as we know, the algorithms, we will find out the time complexity, space complexities, and on the basis of this, we will analyze the efficiency of the algorithms. So this comes under at level K2, means understand level. Next one is CO3 is implementation of trees and graphs and perform various operations on this data structure. This comes under the knowledge level 3. We have implement here. Next is understanding the concept of recursion, application of recursion, its implementation and removal of recursions. Means once we have understand what is a recursion, we will learn about the application of various application of recursion, and we will implement it, and then we will try to remove it. How we can remove it? How we can write a code without the recursion? So that comes at the level of K4 analyze level. Next one is CO5 is related to identify the alternative implementation of data structure with respect to its performance to solve a real world problems. Means we have to implement the data structures, whatever we have studied, the concepts, and we have to and its performance to solve a real world problems. So this comes at the level of K5 and K6. My dear students, this is our basic course objectives. Means after studying the data structures, we will able to explain all these 5 course outcomes. And we have discussed this now. Without wasting our time more, without using our time more, we will start what is a data structures. Now, what is a data structures? When we know about what is a data structure, means data structure is a way of creating and organizing data in such a way that we can perform operation on this data in an effective way. Means data structure is a way of collecting and organizing data into the memory in such a way that we can perform operations on data. Whenever we want to perform any operation on the data structures, we have certain operations. We will discuss later what are the operations. Any one of the operations that we want to perform on these data, that operation should be performed in an effective way. Next, another one application of data structure is, or we can say the definition of data structure is the logical and mathematical model of a particular organization of data is called a data structures. Some example of data structure are arrays, linked list, stack, queue, etc. These are some examples of data structures. Again, data structures are widely used in almost every aspect of computer science. That is, we use in data structure. There is we use in operating system, compiler design, artificial intelligence, graphics, and many more. Or whether whatever we are using, wherever any computer applications is using, the data structure is also used. Data structure are the main part of many computer science algorithms, as they enables the programmers to handle the data in an efficient way. The meaning here, this word, the efficient way, this word has a many important role in the computer science. Efficient way means how efficiently we can perform the operations on the data. Means the time to perform the operation should be minimum and the space should be minimum, and resources should be utilized should be minimum. It plays a vital role in enhancing the performance of a software program as the main function of software to store, retrieve user data as effective possible. So these are some definitions of data structures. These are some definitions of data structure. Now we move to the next slides. Now we move to the next slides. Now we move to the next slides. There will be some problem. Yeah. Basic terminology. Now we will discuss the basic terminology. Data structure are the building blocks of any program or the software. Choosing the appropriate data structure for a program is the most difficult task for a programmer. Means whenever we want to implement any, we want to use any data structures, so it is very tough to choose which type of data structure, means what type of data structure should be appropriate for that particular program or for that particular software. The foreign terminology that we use in data structures are concerned. What are the data? Data can be defined as elementary value or the collection of values. For example, students' names, its ID are the data about the students. Next is group items. Data items which have subordinate data items are called group items. For examples, that is if you have a name of a student, can be further divided into first name and last name. Next is record. Record can be defined as the collection of various data items. For examples, if we talk about the student entity, then its name, address, course, marks can be grouped together to form the record of for the students. Next, the file. File is a collection of various records of one type of entity. Attribute and entity. An entity is a real world object. It consists of various attributes or properties. Each attribute represents a particular property of that entity. Next terminology is field. Field is a single elementary unit of information representing the attribute of an entity. These are some basic terminology that we use in our data structures. Now the question is, why we need data structure? Why we need data structure? As we all know that the applications are getting complex and amount of data is increasing day by day. Amount of data is increasing day by day. Day by day. So we need the update our database. Next one is we need the data structure for the processor speed, so that we can to handle very large amount of data, high speed processing is required. But as the data is growing day by day, billions of files per entity, processor may fail to deal with such amount of data. Means, as we know that the data is increasing day by day. Every time the data is increasing. So whenever we require to process the data, so it may be possible if we are not handling the proper data structure, or we are not using the proper data structure, then there may be possibility that processor may fail to deal with such much amount of data. Next is data search. Means we use the data structure so that whenever we want to search any problems, anything, that will be searched in a minimum time. Next one is multiple requests. If thousands of users are searching the data simultaneously on a web server, then there are chances that a very large server can be failed during that process. So that this servers should not be failed. So we use the data structures so that we can handle the data in an efficient way. In order to solve the above problems, we use the data structure. Okay. Now next. Data structure advantages. What are the advantages of data structures? As we have discussed earlier, why we use the data structure. Now we will discuss some advantages of data structure. Efficient memory use. We use the data structure so that efficient memory can be used. Efficient memory use. With efficient use of data structure, memory can be optimized. That is, we can linked list. We can use linked list versus arrays when we are not sure about the size of the data. Means, suppose we have to enter such type of data, those size we cannot predict in advance. We don't know what is the size of the data. In that case, we will use the linked lists. Reusability, data structure can be reused. That is, once we have implemented a particular data structure, we can use it at any other place. This is another functionality that is a very important use. Once we have implemented any data into a data structure, we can use anytime, at any time. Abstraction, data structure serve as the basic of abstract data type. That is, the data structure defines the physical form of entity. Abstract data type, entity is theoretical and data structure gives physical form to them. So these are some advantages that why we use the data structure. Now we will discuss data structure classification. In next lectures, we will discuss classifications of data structures. Okay. Now we will discuss the data structure classifications. Data structure classification means we will divide our data structure basically into two parts. One is primitive data types, another one is non-primitive data types. In primitives, integer, float, character, boolean. These are the primitive data types. And when we talk about the non-primitive data types, that is further categorized linear data structure and non-linear. In linear data structures, there is an array, stack, queue, linked lists, and in non-linear, there is a tree and graph. These come under the category of non-linear data structure. So this is the classification of data structures. Means primitives and non-primitives. When we talk about the linear data structures, linear data structure is called linear if a data structure is called linear if all of its elements are arranged in the linear order. In linear data structure, the elements are stored in a non-hierarchical way, where each element has the successor and predecessor except the first and last one. And the example of this are array, stack, queue, and linked list. Means in a linear data structures, all the data items are stored linearly. Non-linear data structure, the data structure does not form a sequence. Each element is connected with two or more other items in a non-linear arrangement. And next one, types of non-linear data structure are tree and graph. Operations on data structures, these are the various operations that we can perform on a data structures. The operations are traversing. Traversing is the first operations that we can perform. Traversing means the data structure means visiting each element of the data structure in order to perform some specific operations. Means we have to visit one by one. Let's say, for example, we have a array of 10 elements, and we have stored that element in that array. Then starting from the first to the last, we are moving or we are visiting from one by one. That is comes under the traversing operations. Insertion can be defined as the process of adding the elements to the data structures at any locations. Means we have an array and at any particular locations, at starting or ending or in mid, we have to insert a new element that comes under that operation comes under the category of insertion. Next operation is deletion. Deletion, the process means removing of any elements from the data structures comes called the deletions. We have to delete any elements, we can delete it. Searching, let's say we have to find out whether a particular items or particular data is stored in our data structure or not. That is called comes under the searching operations. Sorting, let's say we have for example, we have an array and we want to sort that elements in a particular order, either ascending order or descending order. So then comes under the category of sorting. And merging means, let's say we have two lists X and Y, and we want to merge the elements of list X and Y into a new list Z. Then this type of operation is called a merging operations. So these are some important operations that we can perform on data structures. Now, next topic is algorithm. An algorithm is a set of steps required to solve a problem. Now, the first question, what is an algorithm? Algorithm means any solutions, the steps that can be performed to solve a problem is called an algorithm. An algorithm has certain properties like input, output, finite, definiteness, and effectiveness. What is the meaning of, we will discuss is about what is the input means. Every algorithms has some inputs. It will take some input, either 0 or n number of size of inputs. Output means after processing some operations or after executing some steps, it should give us some output. Finiteness means any algorithms should be finite, designed to, it should be have finite number of steps, means it should be terminates. It should be terminate, means the algorithms that we have, that we implement should be terminates. Definiteness means there should not be any ambiguous statements, means there should not be any dual meaning statements of the algorithms. It should be clear. There is no ambiguity related statement in the algorithms. That comes under the, means every steps of the algorithm should be unambiguous. Next one is the effectiveness. Effectiveness means the algorithms that we have applied, that we have implemented should give us the desired result. So these are the 5 properties of an algorithms that an algorithm should have.